Our product, the polyurea base coat, actually grows roots into the concrete. So pull tests that are done from our lab, you're taking bits of concrete, not just the coating out of it. So it's extremely, extremely strong.
Welcome back, everyone. My name's Lucy. Today we're here with another My Living Media podcast. Today we have Jason, one of the owners of FLA One Day Concrete Coatings. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So if you want to just kick things off with introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yes, my name is Jason, along with my partner Mike. We own FLA One Day Concrete Coatings. It all started down here. We have a business up in the Northeast in the Buffalo area called Lifetime Concrete Coatings. So this is our secondary office, and what better place to have that than South Florida? We've been doing this for years now. Big difference is we don't use any of the epoxies that everybody really refers to as the substance we put down on the floors. Everybody knows what an epoxy floor is. We use two chemicals called polyurea, polyaspartic, just more of a commercial grade, much better wear and tear, more UV stable, just a better all-around product for the climate here in South Florida.
Okay. And how did you get into this industry? Like, what sparked your interest into getting into concrete floor?
So many years ago, I was doing terrazzo. Terrazzo is seen a lot in airports and older city buildings. Terrazzo is kind of a dying breed right now. It used to be in a lot of Florida homes, but it's very labor intensive. It became very expensive, and installers just don't seem to have that niche anymore of how to do it, or the training aspects have just diminished. So concrete coatings came along back in the day when epoxies were out. I started doing epoxies up in Western New York area. Grew a company there that was struggling, had one or two trailers, left there with about 6 or 7 trailers to head down to South Florida to assist another local company here in South Florida. Same scenario, had 2 trailers upon arrival and grew that business to 6 trailers. And at that point, you got to look at yourself and say, what else can we do other than grow businesses, and find out that ownership isn't really involved with the way the floors are put down. You're just running a business. Here we are, 2 owners who know how the floor is put down. We can put down floors. We're involved in day-to-day activities. And if there's any questions regarding our floors, we don't have to refer to an operations manager or a manager. We can answer them firsthand.
Nice. And would you say, because my mom's old house had terrazzo floors, are the coatings that you guys do do they have that same look? Because I know a lot of people love the terrazzo look.
They do have that same look. Even our flake company has a section of terrazzo type flakes. Now, it's a much brighter and more brilliant type look because the sheen is just there a lot more. But yes, terrazzo, you can have that look. Terrazzo is smaller, little numbered rocks, 1, 2s, and 3s of the size they are, where flakes are the same, but 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/16. We use 1/4 inch flakes. That's standard in our profession. Most everybody is using 1/4 inch flakes, but yes, you can achieve the same look with better durability and much, much lower maintenance.
Okay, awesome. And what do you think makes your company stand out compared to competitors in the area?
We're family owned. We're a smaller company. We are at the job sites every day. Myself or my partner Mike would be there. We do installs. We are working one-on-one with the customer. You will always see either myself or Mike at an estimate on the job site. We're trying to get more of the one-on-one rather than the corporate owned type of businesses that we do have a lot here in South Florida. So we thought trying to drive a local owned, family owned, smaller business for more one on one talking and getting through your project is much, much easier and more relatable. And we're just really easy to deal with, and we work with our customers.
Yeah, that's great. When you were saying that, I was just thinking there are a lot of big chain corporate companies around here, and everyone loves to support the family, locally owned businesses. So that definitely is a nice key differentiator. And then talking back about I may botch this, but the polyurea, polyaspartic
Correct.
floor coating's awesome. Um, So on your website, it says they offer like a superior resistance to certain like UV rays, chemical oil,
Yes.
flat tires. You want to touch on that?
Sure. So in the beginning, epoxies were great, but there was a high failure with them. So we're trying to figure out what we can do in regards to have a much better zero to low maintenance. Polyurea all started, to put it in layman's terms, those truck bed liners that everybody sees in the back of truck beds, the black liners, the spray in bed liners, that's a polyurea base. That is designed where you can dump a load of stone in there, drive over railroad tracks, and it's flexible. It's not cracking, it's not breaking. The same technology is now put down on your concrete floors. Whether it be a garage floor, a boat dock, a commercial aspect, a sidewalk, a parking garage, all of that is pliable. So that is very good for the customer because it moves. If you want to say in South Florida, our water tables are extremely high, that chemical will move with the floor. The concrete pads, all concrete pads shift. And when you have the polyurea, it's very flexible. When we come to your house, we usually show you on our samples, we can bend and manipulate our samples, which shows you that that'll move up and down with the concrete. Works great in Western New York with our company up there because we have freeze and thaws. Now, we don't have that down here, but we do have the water tables. After a hurricane, after a heavy rain, your water tables rise. So that moves your pads of concrete. So it is much better in regards to the movement of the concrete because it'll move with your concrete and actually grows roots into the concrete. It is not just an overlay.
Oh, cool. Okay. And you guys are known to have a speedy turnaround time. Could you kind of walk us through this entire process and, what customers can expect?
Yes. So upon arrival at your home, using the products that we use, as we discussed, the polyurea and polyaspartic, we're first going to grind your floor. Grinding your floor is going to open all the pores of the concrete. Just it'll adhere a lot better. I'll touch on what I just spoke of previous in regards to an overlay. Very similar to a paint. Put paint on a wall, it's just sitting on top of that wall. Everybody's seen paint peel. Same thing with epoxy floors. They will eventually peel and delaminate. Our product, the polyurea base coat, actually grows roots into the concrete. So pull tests that are done from our lab, you're taking bits of concrete, not just the coating out of it. So it's extremely strong. After we grind your floor, that goes down. As that is still wet, we then throw your flake color of choice into the concrete. That dries in about an hour and a half. That's a huge plus of using polyurea. That is the time our crews, they'll go to lunch. Come back in an hour and a half. We scrape your floor, north, south, east, and west, vacuum everything up, and then we apply our polyaspartic top coat. UV stable, won't fade, won't chip, won't peel. No hot tire pickup, which is pretty big in the industry because epoxy, once you'd park there for a year or two, you'd see the 4 black marks of your tires in your garages, things like that. You won't have any of that, and that is also covered under the warranty. The UV stability with polyaspartic and polyurea, that also was covered under our warranty. The front of your garage where the sun is all the time will look like the back corner of your garage in 10, 20 years. So that process takes us anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. We are out of your home after that. Say we leave your home at 3 p.m., you are back on your floor the next day at 3 p.m. You could park in your garage. You can move your things back in. So the quick turnaround works great for our customers because a lot of HOAs and a lot of neighbors don't want to see your things outside of your garage for long periods of times. So we are in and we are out in one day. And the good thing about that, you're back on your floor in the next day.
Wow. No, that's super convenient. Um, do people just do their garage floors or do you guys do other, like, is it just for garages or do you do other
So it all
floors?
started with garage floors,
Okay.
but we do everything. We cover anything concrete. That's what we always say. Sidewalks to the backyards, driveways. We've been doing a lot of driveways. We have chip colors that can meet your HOA restrictions, solid colors, solid grays, solid tans. We do a lot around pool decks. It doesn't hold the heat as much. UV stability, not slippery. So it's just a way to dress up your backyard, your front yard, and even commercial projects. We do commercial kitchens, car dealerships, auto mechanic shops, all with the same chemical. So The consumer should know that the same product we're putting in an auto mechanic shop is the same product we're going to put in your backyard, around your pool deck, or your garage floor.
Nice. And can customers customize this flooring or this coating? Like, I know you mentioned that there's certain color flakes they can choose, but like, is that pretty much what the customization is, like color wise?
Yes, we have custom colors that we do carry and show customers. Now, there's always a small upcharge for custom colors, but we just had a customer with a beautiful red Ferrari in his garage, and there was a blue and white flake he wanted, but he wanted to add some of that red flake in there. We can call our flake manufacturer and say, I want 10%, 20%. We'll make samples for that customer, 3 different samples with, let's say, 5% red, 10% red, and 15% red. We'll present that to the customer and he'll pick. There is a small upcharge, as I stated, but it looks custom, as most people would like. So any color that you have, your favorite college, NFL team, hockey team, baseball team, anything like that, we can match.
What's the craziest like color combo? Have you ever done like a
Yes, so we did. She was actually an interior designer, and we did a small showroom at the time. I was in a garage type setting. So not only did we add glow in the dark flake, we also added a glitter sheen flake inside of it. So when the sun hit it, it was quite eye catching. But we can do anything. That was probably the craziest one we did. We can throw some glitter and glow in the dark flake in there, and a lot of people do enjoy that. If you want that shimmer and sheen, and you want to be the talk of the neighborhood, we have the product for you.
That sounds like my type of garage. Glitter and glow in the dark. I love that. But I saw on your website, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys offer a lifetime warranty. Is that true? Or
Yes, it is true. We say lifetime warranty. In reality, and we're upfront and honest with our customers, it's a 20-year warranty. We give a 20-year warranty that's going to cover everything from fading, peeling, delaminating. If you have cracks in your floor, a lot of people have those cracks in your floor, concrete just settles in cracks, we're going to fix them. We're going to fix those cracks with the same product that we use with our base coat, but just chemically a little bit different. It's a polyurea mender. We fill your crack with that. That dries in about 15 minutes to 5,000 psi. Then we regrind it. Now you have a perfectly smooth substrate. So crack repair, and then the warranty is going to cover all of what I just mentioned in regards to UV stability. You don't want your floor to crack. You don't want your floor to peel or fade. So all of that is covered.
okay, and is there like any ongoing like recommended maintenance for, homeowners that have these coatings in their
Yes,
garage?
this is probably the best part and one of our best selling points in regards to the floor. So everybody wants that no or low maintenance. You got composite decking out there. You have nowadays 20 to 30-year paint that they're saying. So as little as they can do is always good, especially garage floors. All you have to do, we sell a cleaner that, we won't even sell the cleaner. It's so much easier to clean your floor. A little bit of Dawn dish soap, put it down, agitate it with a broom so it's not backbreaking, and thoroughly rinse twice. It is that if you have any stubborn stain, you can use a chemical that's sold in any big box store. It's called CLR. You put that on, hit it with a brush, it'll take off any stain that is on your floor. Also, what we have with our company is if you have a stain that is not coming off and you think or you feel you've tried everything, you call us, we'll come over, we'll get that stain out for you.
Great. And so I kind of ask like all of our service industry clients this, but I feel in 2024 we see a lot of people attempt to do DIY home projects. Have you guys ever ran into anyone trying to kind of do this to their own garage floor? And what would you advise people, like why should they hire a pro instead of trying to do it themselves?
We see it all the time. And the number one place we see it is when we arrive at the house and they open their garage or their front entryway or their pool, and they say, I tried this myself. It is failing. It is not UV stable. There's a reason why I always say for $300, you can go to any of the big box stores and try it yourself, but it's just not done professionally. All of our installers are trained and certified in using our products. We have all the proper equipment that you need to utilize your product. We have a grinder that weighs anywhere from 800 to 1,000 pounds with diamond cutting blades on the bottom of that. so we can open up the pores of your concrete, not just etch your concrete, which some of these kits come with. It's just an acid wash, and it just does not do very well. So, fortunately, a lot of these DIYers give us more business in regards to they see their mistake now and they finally want to get it done professionally. So anything from, I would say, auto mechanics to even painting your home, window installation, always call the professionals, and that goes with concrete coatings as well.
Yes, love that. I just don't have the patience for anything, so I could never be a DIY person, but no, definitely hire the professional. And so what would you say has been the most rewarding aspect of running your business?
I would say the most rewarding aspect is the transformation. Most customers can't believe that we're there at 8 in the morning and we leave sometimes at 2 in the afternoon. And it is completely transformed. Their space is brand new again. The cracked, oil, pitted concrete that they had that was an eyesore, and it is in your garage. But if you think about it, you're in your garage almost every day when you park your cars in there. You're in and out of there. Why not have that space clean, organized, and just a beautiful stem of your home? And that is probably the best. People walk out at 2 p.m. or they have some errands to run. They come back and I say, we're complete. They are just amazed at what a difference this floor coating does just to the look of your garage floor, and they become the talk of the neighborhood. And we find that we are frequently back in that neighborhood after more and more people see it.
Great. And what would you say looking to the future, are there any exciting new ventures you're, planning on scoping your business into or any directions you're looking to take in the coming years?
Yes, our business is growing fairly quickly, very quickly. And our commercial end of the business has really, really taken off. We're doing a lot, as I stated prior, with auto mechanics. Doggy daycares is a huge, huge um, job and avenue that we have gone down with plenty of dogs in there. The easy cleanup is the health department absolutely loves it. You don't have that smell any longer when you walk into a doggy type daycare there because there's no absorption anymore into the concrete. You just clean up. You can Auto mechanics really enjoy it because what happens is you can spill gas, oil, anything on here and wipe it right up. You're not going to ruin your coating. Because you have a new floor does not mean now you have to be extra careful. So with the commercial aspect really taking off, we're going to take that route, have another trailer or two just doing commercial work, and always keep our residential, because residential, I like the one-on-one with the residential, meeting the customers, following up with the customers, and seeing them 2 3 years later down the line saying still looks like new. So it's always great to hear.
And what areas do you service? Are you like Treasure Coast, Stewart,
Yes.
all over?
Right now, for our residential, we're mainly in the Treasure Coast. Stewart, Palm City, Port St. Lucie is just blowing up right now, as everybody knows in this area. With all the homes being built, we are really hitting that area hard, and it's working out so good for us. A lot of people want to get their floors coated right when they close. So it's done and over with. They don't have to move anything out. So that's what we're doing. And the commercial aspect, we go anywhere from Fort Lauderdale all the way up to Orlando. If the job calls us and they need that job done, we will travel for that.
Okay. And what is one thing you want people to take from this podcast? It could be to your current customers, future customers. What's one thing you want to get across to them?
I always like them to know that we're a family owned business. To me, that's very, very important. We both have, Mike and my partner, we both have children that are friends with each other. We share the same story. So we are in the exact same predicament as the homeowner is looking for something, except we answer to ourselves. We don't have to ask corporate. We don't have a capital group that backs us. And we find everywhere from our Western New York location, the Lifetime Concrete Coatings, and the FLA One Day Concrete Coatings, people enjoy, as you stated, they enjoy the locally owned. It is so nice here in the Western New York and here in the Treasure Coast. We've gotten jobs just because we're family owned. They just feel better about it. If somebody calls our phone number, myself or Mike answers. So it's always a good aspect to have. And I feel very, very comfortable with how we're doing our business. And it feels good to hear that back from our customers.
Great. And Jason, my last question for you is where can people check out your work or contact you to possibly get a quote?
So we are on all the social media aspects. You can go to fla1day.com. I believe we have we have the TikTok and Instagram, and all of that is on there. You can also reach us directly, 772-332-9512. We are going to keep our phone lines opening. We are still offering some specials from the magazine that we're doing, which has been absolutely phenomenal for us. So you can reach us there, go online. If you look on fla1day.com, you can see all our colors, story about us. You can see jobs that we've done. If you have any questions, what would a pool look like? That is probably your best bet, is to go on our website, just browse through some photos.
Great. Well, that is a wrap on today's episode. Thank you so much, Jason, for joining us. And be sure to check them out, everyone. They're a family owned, locally operated business, FLA One Day Concrete Coatings. Have a great one.